I learned a new technique for my junk journaling, and I'm excited to tell you what it is. And it has to do with making junk journal charms or junk journal bookmark charms. So in the month of December, I made my very first junk journal charm. This is the one I had for my December junk journal. I've done videos about it and the journal. And now that it's January, I am currently working in my January junk journal, and I've done many videos. My theme is Elvis Stitch. I love Stitch. I chose Elvis Stitch because January is the birth month of Elvis. And I'd wanted to make another junk journal bookmark charm for this one. Now, however, this time I wanted to learn something new, and that specifically is how to convert figurines like these into charms. Now, pay no attention to the ragged top. The dog got a hold of this box one day, so he ate the top half, but I do still have the figurines. And so I have several Stitch figurines, and my mother had gotten one for me, and I thought I want to turn the Stitch figurine that I have into a junk journal charm. And so I set about to learn how to do that. Now, since becoming a junk journaler, you all have influenced me, and I have started to collect little trinkets and little figurines that I can hold on to for future use one day, right? So I have been collecting them into a little lunch box that I have for a card game. I picked this up from a thrift store. I love cards, and so I got this for like $1, I think, and I thought, let me keep the lunch box. So in the lunch box, I have a whole bunch of little trinkets and things. So I learned that it requires getting a tool to drill a hole into the top or wherever you want the hole to be on your charm, and then affixing little hooks into it. So I picked up this kit to see if I could learn how to do it. And then at first I needed to practice, so I turned to my little lunchbox of trinkets. So my first practice was on this piece from Candyland. Now, I don't know how well you can see that. Okay, here's the piece from Candyland. It's one of the pieces for playing the game. And then I practiced, and sure enough, I was able to get a little hook on it. Okay, let's see if I can do it this way. So you can see the little hook on it. Oh, I was so proud. I was like, oh, you cannot tell me nothing now. And with that and practicing on a couple others, I was able to turn my little Stitch figurine into a charm for my junk journal bookmark charm. I also had received a Stitch resin piece from another TikToker, Keisha, I'll tag her, and I wanted to turn that into a charm. As soon as I saw it, I knew I needed to make it part of my charm. So here he is, and he's also now been converted into a charm. Now, I was like, okay, I can do this, and I have made my junk journal bookmark charm for my Elvis Stitch. So let's see if I can get this into position to show you better. All right, in fact, let me just lay it on my bed so I can show you. The basis of this charm is a lanyard that I picked up from Five Below of Stitch. So it has this lanyard designer lanyard, a little Stitch emblem, and then from a different lanyard they had was a pocket sleeve. So I took that pocket sleeve and then put in here a trading card of Elvis and a cutout from a graphic novel I have of the Lilo and Stitch movie. This is the scene where Stitch is dressed up as Elvis. So that's the actual card. That's what I put into the journal to bookmark my place. And then these are my strands. This is made of beads from beads that I picked up at a thrift store, mostly on New Year's Eve. I got some beautiful bead sets, so a necklace and a bracelet that I then deconstructed, and these beads come from there. Here is my Stitch figurine that's now on the charm. Here's the resin piece. I got these in pieces here from Michael's, and I just love how this came together. Of course, I had to put my name, and this makes me so happy to have another journal charm that goes with my January junk journal theme of Elvis Stitch. So yay for learning new things and making my charm. Now it is long, so it's much longer than my journal, and I still need to kind of play around with how to best position it when I do put it into here. I have some paper clips. I'm experimenting with that, but I don't mind. I don't mind it being long. I am the kind of person that tends to kind of go over the top for some things, but I love this so much. And I was just happy that I could learn how to do that additional step and now convert these so that I can use them on these charms. So what is something that you've learned how to do recently for your own junk journaling, or what is something that you want to do? I think it's great that we find ways to continue to challenge and push ourselves. So I'm interested to hear from you because, hey, maybe it's something I need to learn how to do as well. So I invite you to, again, like, follow, subscribe, do all the things. Keep following me in my journey and as I document January in my Elvis Stitch Junk Journal, and I look forward to engaging with you. Happy crafting!